And one more thing that is also introduced in clue 3 is an option to add a shaping to the waist. So there's an option to continue the body straight or to add some decreases along the side seams here to decrease the circumference. And you can start that at the underbust or wherever you feel like it's appropriate to begin the decreases for your body type. And from that point, you should measure how long is the distance between this point that you've picked to start the decreases to your waist, and pick the range. There's 3 ranges offered in the pattern in which that that distance falls, and that will tell you how many stitches and how many times and how in which rounds to do the decreases. But whichever it is, the decreases will always be the same. So first of all, we need to get to 2 stitches before the side marker. So I need to knit 1 more. And then we need to make a decrease that is left leaning. So an SSK, we want it to lean towards the side seam here. And we need to work it in the color that the next stitch is supposed to be, because we will sort of eat up that last stitch before the side seam. So for me that happens to be the contrast color, which means I will do the SSK in contrast color. Then we slip the marker, continue to purl with main color, but from this point on we have to re-establish a new starting stitch because we now have less stitches on the next section. So the starting stitch, the pattern repeat starting stitch, will also increase by 1. So whichever it was, we now need to add 1, and that will also be the color that we need to use to work the right leaning decrease. That's the opposite on the other side of the side marker. For me, again, that happens to be the contrast color, so I'm working the knit 2 together in that color. And then I continue following the chart all the way to 2 stitches before the other side marker and do exactly the same. Well, the other side looks slightly differently, probably because, as I mentioned before, the side seams use the stitches from the front section, so there will be a little bit of an offset on the other side. It's not as symmetrical, or for your size it might not even be as symmetrical as it is for me, because depending on how many stitches you put on hold for the sleeve, the pattern repeats might meet in a completely unexpected formation. And chances are that you will not be able to finish all of the decreases within the chart that is available in this clue. So if you do follow the waist shaping option, then you'll have to remember to carry on the decreases in the same cadence when the next glue comes out and you have the next chart at hand to follow.